Hello my people, please make sure that this video goes viral. It's unfortunate that we have mediocres who parade themselves as leaders within the corridor of power. It's so unfortunate that we have people who has no business, of course, to be in the place of service to humanity. Unfortunately, this could be considered as a misnomer, an aberration, an aborted, of course, destiny. To have the likes of, unfortunately, the outgoing president of Nigeria, General Muhammadu Buhari, to be celebrating the Dangote refinery that was estimated to worth $20 billion over its completion and eventually will be, of course, functioning by July, but not realizing the fact that Nigeria, the whopping sum of $26.5 billion has been expended in turnaround maintenance of the refineries, which unfortunately has is considered to be loss-making refinery, which was projected to produce 445,000 barrels per day. According to the capacity of the refineries, it's unfortunate that this refinery is up to date. The turnaround maintenance has not yielded any fruit or any positive result. But each year, budgets have been allocated to these various turnaround maintenance. You can imagine the depths of rottenness and corruption, in-depth corruption, gross corruption, eating up the fabrics of existence. No wonder Nigeria has been certified to be the center of poverty of the world. People who produces oil, you can imagine, becomes more impoverished. Her citizens are living far below, of course, poverty line. And yet, the government of the day, not just this government, but subsequent governments, have not taken into cognizance. Why is it that all these things are not working? Why is it that money, billions of dollars have been expended, and yet there is no commensurate, of course, positive impact on the people of Nigeria? People are hungry. There's no job, no creation of job for the teeming populations of the youths. No health facilities for the masses. No, of course, nobody has health insurance. How many Nigerians can afford to have health insurance? No food insurance. Yet, 26.5 billion naira had been expended in turnaround maintenance of refineries that have not worked. And yet, every year you spend 6 trillion plus naira in unfortunate subsidy. Yes, it's so unfortunate because these are just organized fraud intended to rip off the Nigerian treasury by the selected few. How long will this continue? When will these people be brought to justice for destroying the Nigerian system just to take advantage, undue advantage of the people and has resources, getting fatter at the expense of the dying mothers, dying children? Look at what Oh, the incessant killings across the nation that is yet unaddressed. And Buhari's regime of 8 years is winding up. And none of these people, the massacres in Plateau, the perpetrators have not been brought to book. None of them have been arrested. Look at that of Benue State. People are dying. Look at Kaduna that have become, of course, burial grounds. What is the government doing? And they are telling us they are winding up. They can afford to leave, as if anyone cares. But then, will they be allowed to leave without being brought to justice? Because all this abuse of power and privilege should not be allowed or considered to be an issue of the past, because most families has been wiped off. Most homes have been raided and destroyed. Most livelihoods, of course, have been dashed and battered. For those who survive, their life will remain miserable for the rest of their life. As if that is not enough. The military has been complaining that how can they face the militias or the Boko Haram with bare hands while these people are well sophisticated, well armed to the teeth. Reasons are not far-fetched. If ordinary bandits could overrun the Nigerian Defense Academy, what does that portend to the security architecture of the Nigerian state, which probably is nowhere to be found? They are all lying in ashes. Unfortunately, we are still living in denial that we have a government, that Buhari is still in control. Who is deceiving who? These are important issues we must, of course, bring to fore. Not to have a repeat of the experience, the most horrifying, horrible, disgusting, devastating experience we have been subjected to over the past 8 years. Of course, for everything there is an end to it. But that end do not presuppose that we forget the agonies that was brought upon us, and not just upon us, but upon in the entire humanity within this space, ungoverned space you might call Nigeria, where the rule of law is no longer a subject that matters to the government, whose primary objective is to protect life and the fundamental rights of the masses and everyone residents within this space. What then can we say about the outgoing government when you are celebrating such level of mediocrity for Dangote floating a $20 billion refinery that was acclaimed to be the largest in Africa, while you have expended far beyond? This is just for turnaround maintenance, 26 points as of 2021, and possibly that may, of course, have exceeded this figure. This figure I'm making reference to was just 2021. As of 2021, Nigeria have spent $26.5 billion in turnaround maintenance. The worthy sum of 26.5 billion, which the federal government has so far spent on the maintenance of its loss-making 445,000 barrels per day capacity refineries, is capable of building 3 new refineries of the same size going by the cost analysis of refinery projects across the world. Besides, the latest approval granted by President Muhammadu Buhari, who is also the Minister of Petroleum Resources, for the rehabilitation of the 200,000 barrel per day Port Harcourt refinery is higher than the total capital allocation to the health sector by successive governments from 2009 to 2018. Did you hear that? Oh, what a shame, what a shame, what a shame. What a shame. Where are we going from here? Why is it the foundation of destruction has been laid and consolidated? Where are we living? Where are we heading to? Do we really have a clear vision, a clear roadmap of where we are going or where we intend to, of course, get to? It's unfortunate that we are grouping in such thick darkness, bewildered and deceived by mere whipping of ethnic and religious sentiments. We are all caught in this web. What is the way forward? As this government winds up, do we expect, of course, the cause of justice to be served? What do we do as the Office of the Citizens is the largest office that, of course, employed Buhari and every other government or political office holder to serve the people? But the reverse was the case. And now that they are winding up, of course, other federal legacies and benefits running into trillions, if I'm not mistaken, will also be given to these people who have destroyed the entire system and have ripped off the entire treasury of the Nigerian state. If this is the first time you're watching us here in Corwave TV, we don't just break the news, we give in-depth analysis of the news that makes us unique and different. Please do kindly subscribe to this channel so that and like our videos so that people will get to know as we continue to serve humanity in our own capacity to dispense and deliver unbiased reportage of events as they continue to unfold here. As in the heart, it has been our commitment and a pleasure to serve humanity. Not until I see you again, please, I want to know what is your own perspective on this subject matter. Do you celebrate, of course, amidst these misreactions over the trailing of the Dangote refinery that is estimated to worth $20 billion? But Nigeria has expended more than this. And yet, the whole federation of the Nigerian states could not boast of just a mere functional modular refinery. What a shame. No wonder, of course, the teeming populations of the youth are roaming the streets in the most frustrated and psychologically damaged sensibility imposed on them by the clueless and unfortunate that have happened to us is the political elites who are, of course, unfortunately, has done much harm than good. Much harm indeed. A total harm and damage has been done to the Nigerian system. Let me see what is your own comments and reaction to this. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscription button and like the videos. Share it. Share the video until we come your way again. Remain blessed.